Hi folks, we've got Sophie and Everest here today, and I was just kind of feeling bad about Sophie. You know, she's been kind of hungry lately, and I don't think we've been showing her in her best light. And so she's actually a really good girl, and this is Sophie here. And I was just clipping her nails. Hi, baby. And she, when you see her begging, this is very normal for weaning birds. This is not something to say, oh, you know, what a bad bird. And just because Everest doesn't, you know, doesn't beg so much, doesn't mean that he's such a great bird. Because Sophie, I just cut her nails and I just wanted to like file them a little bit. And can we file your nail, baby? Huh? Can we? Are you going to be a good girl? Yeah, that's a good girl. Let's see. Let's get this one. Come on. No, I don't want you to come up on me, but let's just get your nails. Let's see. I got that one a little bit. Let's get this one. Come here, babe. Come on. Give me your foot. Here, let me have your foot. Good girl. Good girl. Here. Look how good she is. Okay, let's fight. Yeah. And you know what, folks? I have never done this before except for like 2 minutes. 2 minutes ago was the first time. This is actually, I forgot what I built this for. I kind of made this with a stick. I was trying to sand something, and I needed I forgot what I made this for, but I needed a long reach on it, and so I just put this little tool together. Come here, let me see your foot. Come here. Yeah, that's a good girl. Here, let's see this one. Let's get the back toenail if we can. Come on. I know that's not really comfortable, is it? Let's just kind of file that a little bit, just to take the edge off, because I clipped it. I use these, KS107's Kaisi. I mean, the brand doesn't matter, but it's the style. See what they are, is they're a flush cut. You know, that's a nice straight edge there. They're kind of like I want to say a jewelry trimmers, but they're a nice straight flush. That's what they call them, a flush cut trimmers, and that's what I kind of like to use. Look at my girl, how good she is. She is such a good girl. Yes, she is. Sophie, baby. And we've been showing Sophie when she's just not in the best of moods. Come here, babe. Up. Come on, up. She can fly pretty well. She already took off today, but she flew back too. She's a good baby. Yes, she is. Huh? You a good girl? Huh? You my good girl? Yes, you are. So I thought I wanted to do, I just wanted to do a little video because we don't want to give Sophie a bad rap here. Let's see. We got me in here? Hi, baby. Huh? See, Sophie is really calm and relaxed here too. And this is how they sit like all day. Like in their cage together, they're really good. She is a little bit more vocal than he is. And she actually may be the bird that talks to you, where he may not. It's kind of hard to tell because really they don't start talking normally until they're, you know, just under a year old. So, you know, past 6 months. So after 6 months, they might start making some noises, and where they'll start changing their tones a little bit. But these babies, they're really pretty quiet. Like someone I was talking to noticed with Everest, he didn't even like squawk when I did his toenails. Come here, let's get this. I know we didn't hurt you. I don't know why you're lifting it up. Let's just round that off a little bit. I think it would help if this was shorter. And I can't remember, why would I need this? Because I made it to reach in somewhere. Because I'm thinking about cutting it right now. Yeah, I can do that. As a matter of fact, here we go. Problem solved. There we go. We got something a little smaller here. Is that easier to handle? Come here, babe. I know, baby. I know. Come on. Everest, you're a good boy. Come here. Let me just get a little bit. Oh, actually, they're starting to feel pretty good now. Let's see. Can we get a back one? What? Okay. All right, spin. Good girl. Oh, such a good girl. Yes, she is. Good boy. Ever so good boy. See, this is like sometimes when I just kind of like, you have to remember what you see is only 15-20 minutes of a video. This isn't what happens all day. You get a quick little picture. Now she was just fed about 15 minutes ago. So I mean, I let her settle down a little bit. So, but it's going to be normal to have a little bit of squeaking and a little. Well, she actually has kind of a high-pitched whine, where actually Everest is more like a lower, almost kind of a growl, kind of noise. But that's the thing, folks. They're all different. Every baby. That's why you can't have hard and fast rules, and that's why when people speak in absolutes, and they feel like they know everything, you just lose my respect, because if you feel that your generalities or what do they call that, with your kind of like your prejudices and your bias and your opinions, when you feel that your opinion is so important that you don't take in new facts, and every time you see new facts, you have to be humble enough to be able to alter your opinions and say, oh, well, I thought this, but guess what? I learned something today that that I really didn't know about. Like, you might have heard that, cockatoos are just a screaming, nightmarish kind of bird. And like, if you read too much, you're reading all about, maybe they are very loud when they want to be. But, that's just a given. That doesn't mean every one of them is going to be so loud, because some of them are just really sweet and quiet. And then some of them are just more excitable. Just like your dogs, you get some that just are not barkers, and then you get other ones that just like, whoa, they see something going on and they don't mean anything by it. They're just communicating. You can't always just stop every kind of communication with your animals, So yeah, she's a little bit of a, but she's going through weaning. She's not always going to be like this. Sometimes. She's growing into just a lovable baby, and she's, in that little crying little thing. And sometimes that's just like, I just really want your attention. And because fortunately she's not hungry right now. I just fed her. So and we gave it about 15 minutes, and I thought, let's not always show Sophie when she's starving to death, the poor girl. We're going through training right now. We're going through weaning. It's just like, this is one of the most stressful times in their life, and if you don't handle it right, this is why I never sell unweaned babies. I'm not going to take the chance. Yes, it would be a lot less work for me, right? But it's just not the kind of thing that I want to do for my babies. And it doesn't really matter. It's not like a cockatiel or an Indian ringneck, that can go wild on you in a few weeks, Cockatoos aren't like that. You're not gonna build this great bond of hand feeding. Is not going to be the lifetime bond with the bird. So that's why I don't do it. There's no value in me giving you a bird that's not weaned. But there's a great value in me weaning the bird, and me, understanding each and every baby that I have, how they're different, and applying a different, whatever that particular bird needs, and then me applying that to them, and then you get a bird that can eat and that is going to get accustomed to then a new person. But I mean, they're just going to go, oh, you're just a different person, but I know that I love people because people have been good to me all my life. And that's the thing that you get from me in my home, in my situation, is you get a breeder that is just, I just don't have that many birds, so I can give them the attention that maybe some breeders can't, because maybe they have 300 birds, and hey, I only have 35 or 40. But a lot of them aren't having babies. So when I'm dealing with babies, I'm really only dealing with a few at a time. So yeah, I got a lot of birds downstairs in breeding setups and stuff like that. But upstairs in the nursery, I don't. I got right now I got one little baby cockatoo that's about 5 days old, and 3 baby ringnecks. And I put some videos out there, and they're about a week and a half old. And then I got these two. So it's very manageable for me, and for them, it's very manageable for them because we're able to give the attention. Look at this guy. We're not bothering you, are we? Huh? We're not bothering you, are we? He's such a good boy. But so is Sophie. Man, let's not give Sophie a bad rap, because she's just got a little personality. You just have to, and this is one thing too, and I just want, especially for for new bird owners to understand that when you get any one of my babies home, they're all a little bit different. So they're all gonna be reactive to you, and don't think that just because Sophie's a little different than Everest, that Everest is better than Sophie. That's not how it works, because like I said, you develop, they develop personalities, and they're just babies right now. So when they're a year old, when they're 2 years old, this is all going to be, reflective of how you have lived with them, how you have, given your attention to them, moderate attention. I don't give too much overly attention, because that's one thing. Cockatoos are very different from a lot of other birds. They really thrive on attention, and you have to be judicious with this. So please be careful you don't overhold them and just pour on, because you can see it's like they will soak up as many kisses as you want to give them. They will soak up all the attention that you want to give them, and they'll just like they'll take it forever and ever, and then they'll be upset when you turn it off. So if you only give a few minutes here and a few minutes there, then it's going to be good, you know. And every bird, just, you know, every bird has their own little personality. So you have to help, develop that with them, you know. So this is like Sophie, baby, what's up? She's actually more apt to like take a flight than Everest here. He's not taking off flying where she will, and he can fly, but he's not using it the same way that she is. So that's kind of cool too. You might like it where you can like, Sophie, come, you know, and she'll fly to you. You know, that a lot of people, they even sometimes want to take them outside and teach them free flight training, which I do not do. And I know that there's other bird trainers. I'm not a bird trainer. I'm just a guy that raises birds and loves them. And I'm not. I mean, I do train them little things, you know, to kind of start off with. But I don't even know really how to train them tricks and how to spin around and stuff like that. That's really not what I do. And but I had last year we sold Pyro to a gal in Kansas, and she sends me videos every once in a while with updates, and she had taught that within like a month. She had taught that bird like to take the treat, and she goes, okay, spin, and like Pyro, and he spun around on that perch for her, and I thought, oh my goodness, she is good with that bird. How did she do that? And I haven't. I mean, that's just not my thing. That's not what I want to sit around and do. Is to you know, because I have a lot of birds. I don't have just like one bird that I can devote. Oh, here we go, Josie. Josie's got to give the token scream time, which is kind of weird. It's early for Josie to be getting that, but I could hear him. He's just kind of hearing me in the background. He's just, rah, 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 rah. I think I'm gonna start screaming any minute. He hears me talking away like this, and he's like, "Hey, I gotta get involved." What's the matter, baby? So, all right, let's give the proper love to Sophie here, huh? You know, let's show her some love here. Oh, she's a good girl. Look at her. She's gonna be. What are you up to? She's gonna be. I think you're gonna have to be careful with Sophie. She's gonna want a lot of attention. You're gonna have to be careful you don't give her too much, because she's gonna turn into a big love bug, to where she'll fly to you, and she already does that. She already climbs up on me and flies over to me. And if she's sitting over here, she'll walk across the sink and come over to my arm and hop on me and stuff like that. So let's make sure we give the love to Sophie. And Everest, he's pretty mellow. Pretty hard to bother Everest, isn't it? He's like he's all mellow and calm and just kind of sits there. Whatever's going on is good. Is good. It's all good. Everest is like, it's all good. All right, folks, let's give the love to Sophie. Today's Sophie's day. All right, so I want to thank you for listening and thank you for watching.